Welcome back to another quick play baseball video. In this video, I'm going to take you through my 1978 National League replay using Quick Play Online. So I released Quick Play Online for demo, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so now. And I played a few games with it, and then I started this 1978 National League replay. Excuse me, the pitchers are only in Quick Play Baseball Online. That's, if I suppose if you write to me, I can give you the I can give you the pitchers to use with the 1978 National League. But if you do want to play with the pitching, it's available on the online game. Still working on expanding the online game to, well, I guess at this point to include all of 1978, not just the National League, and then after that to include multiple seasons. So that's a work in progress. But every once in a while, I like to play this, just run through a day. Just going by the days here. Next day up is April 22nd, 1978. And you can see here that's our current day. So just trying to keep track of where we are. We have the Expos, Dodgers, and Pirates, 1, 2, 3. The Reds have 8 wins, so they have the third most wins, but the fourth best winning percentage. And got the Mets, Astros, and the Cubs, and the Braves. So we're bringing up the rear. We got a pretty good stack of teams here around 500, and a couple of teams set themselves off at this point in the season. And just want to keep track of this and see how things go compared to how they went in the regular season. So today's games, I got the Mets at the Cubs, Astros Dodgers, Phillies Expos, got a doubleheader there, and Cardinals Pirates, Braves Padres, Reds Giants. And I thought we would just go through a whole day with Quick Play Baseball, especially especially this online version. Things tend to move pretty quickly, and so let's go ahead and do that. The first game up for the day is going to be the Mets at the Cubs. So let's go ahead and set that up. It's going to be Kuzman against Russell. So we go in here and we pick out the Mets and NL East Cubs. We said it was Kuzman against Russell. And I've changed the backs of the cards. You can come through and change those to whatever you want. I like the dark blue. And let's go ahead with this first matchup, April 22nd, 1978. Jerry Kuzman against Rick Russell. So 2A pitchers, and so we just leave everything at the default with the pitching grades. If you're not familiar with that, there's a video that I have on my channel that introduces Quick Play Baseball Online, which shows you how to do the pitching. So there's something to take a look at. So top of the first inning, Mets at the Cubs. So coming to you from Wrigley Field, we have our first batter in the first inning is going to be Willie Montanez. Montanez makes the out. And we go to the bottom of the first, be Bill Buckner. Buckner also makes the out. So we go to the top of the second. Runner at third with 1 out, Doug Flynn to the plate. Flynn with a knock, and not just a knock, but a 2-run home run. And that puts the Mets up 2-0 in this ball game. We get a wild card here, but there's no real reason to do much over here. Just kind of try to keep them away from the pitcher, I guess. Got bases loaded, 2 out for Bobby Mercer. And Mercer flies out to end the inning. And we go to the top of the third. It's going to be Lenny Randle to the plate. Nobody on and 1 out. Randle hits a single, but doesn't score any runs, and so we go to the bottom of the third inning. There is Tim Blackwell to the plate. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Blackwell with a 2 RBI home run. So Blackwell goes yard. So a couple guys down at the bottom of the order in this game have tied the game at 2 with two-run home runs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be Willie Montanez back to the plate. Montanez can't come through with a hit, and so we go to Rodney Scott for the Cubs. Scott comes up empty, and so we go to the top of the 5th inning, still tied 2-2. It's John Stearns to the plate, nobody on and nobody out, and the Mets can't score. The Cubs come up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blackwell back to the plate. Does he got another hit in him? Not this time. And so the Cubs go down in the 5th inning. Still 2-2. Got Tim Foley to the plate. Foley comes up empty, and it's going to be Greg Gross, leadoff man for the Cubs. And he gets a hit, and that's going to be a single, but with nobody out. Single only advances a runner 1 base, so no score there. Although it's nice to get the hits. Got to get them whenever they're guys in scoring position. So that's the name of the game. Lenny Randle, leadoff batter for the Mets. Runner at 3rd and 1 out. And he can't drive the runner in, and so we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Bill Buckner again. Buckner again comes up empty. Excuse me, we go to the top of the 8th inning. It's going to be Steve Henderson, cleanup hitter for the Mets. And Henderson can't drive in that run from 3rd. And so we go to Bobby Mercer in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mercer also comes up short. And this is the last opportunity in regulation for both teams. So you get a runner at 2nd. And it's going to be Doug Flynn to the plate. Flynn with the knock. And that's going to be an RBI double as he knocks in the batter, one of these guys, maybe Montanez, we'll say, for second base. What I like about not knowing what happened in here, you can kind of make up the story as you want to make it up. So maybe it was Willie Montanez gets hit by a pitch, and John Stearns with the little dribbler to the mound, and the only play is to first, and then Tim Foley pops it up to the catcher, and then now you got Doug Flynn with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Who knows? Story is endless. But we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Manny Trio, his first at bat for the Cubs in this game, and let's see what Trio does. Trio makes the out, and so that's it. The Mets defeat the Cubs. And that's going to be 6th win for the Mets, 9th loss for the Cubs. I'll just redistribute that. So Mets jumped over the Cubs with that win. Next game up is going to be Houston at LA. So let's go ahead and reset the game. Reset our teams. Astros at the Dodgers, and who we got pitching? It's going to be Floyd Bannister against Bert Hooton. You can see here Hooton threw a complete game, not a shutout, but only 6 hits, 1 run. So a good game for Hooton. And so we go with Floyd Bannister, who's a B, and we go with Bert Hooton, who is an A, and we'll just keep that there. And so we got the Astros at the Dodgers, 1978, April 22nd. And first inning, get the bases loaded with nobody out, and it's going to be the Astros big man Jose Cruz to the plate. He gets a hit, and that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Jose Cruz. So the Astros jump out to a quick 2-0 lead in the first inning. And it's going to be Reggie Smith for the Dodgers. He comes up empty in the first. And then we're just going to keep it here at Cruz. That's our wild card, so we can choose anybody in the lineup. It's going to be a hit for Cruz, and a triple is going to be 2 more RBIs, so 4 RBIs in the first 2 innings for Jose Cruz, and the Astros take a 4-0 lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be Rick Monday, 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Monday gets a hit, and that's going to be a 2 RBI home run. So 2-run bomb from Rick Monday cuts the lead in half. 4-2 Astros at the Dodgers after 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roger Metzger up with the bases loaded. He gets a hit, and that's going to drive in 1 run. And Dodgers haven't stopped the Astros yet. Here's the pitcher to the plate with a runner at second base. Pitcher gets a knock, and that's going to be a double. And that'll be a run-scoring double. Everybody's chipping in here. 5-3 now, Astros over the Dodgers. Top of the 4th inning, and it's going to be Cesar Cedeno. Cedeno makes an out, and the Astros are stopped for the first time. Be Reggie Smith to the plate in the bottom of the 4th, and he makes the out. Can't drive in any runs. Joe Ferguson in the top of the 5th inning. Ferguson, second strike 0 for the Astros, as they still retain a 5-3 lead. Runner at third, and it's going to be Dusty Baker to the plate. Baker can't come through and knock the run in, and so we go to the top of the 6th inning. It's the pitcher to the plate with nobody on and 2 out, and he makes the final out of the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded now for Davey Lopes. Lopes with a hit. That's a double. That's going to be 2 RBIs for Davey Lopes, and that's going to tie the ball game at 5. So we have a tight ball game here as we go into the 7th inning. 2, 3, 4, 5. Be Bob Watson to the plate. Watson can't come through and drive in the runs with 2 outs, and so we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Another 5. Dusty Baker again. 2 on and 2 out, and Baker goes down with the big strikeout. And so we go to the top of the 8th inning. Be Art Howe to the plate. Howe comes up empty, and so we go to the bottom half of the 8th. It's Steve Yeager. Yeager also comes up empty, and so last opportunities here in the 9th inning. Got the top of the order coming up possibly. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Be Cesar Cedeno with the bases loaded and 1 out. Cedeno comes up empty as the Dodgers get out of a mess. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's going to be the pitcher spot up, and he comes up empty. And we're heading to extra innings, so 5-5. Astros at Dodgers, April 22nd, 1978. And first up here for the Dodgers in the 10th, it's going to be the pitcher spot. Pitcher just misses a hit with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And so we move to the bottom of the 10th. It's going to be Bill Russell to the plate. Russell with a hit and a double, but with nobody on base, no runs scored. So we go to the top of the 11th inning, and it's going to be Enos Cabell. Cabell with a double, same situation, no one on base, so no runs scored. And we go to Ron Cey for the Dodgers, bottom of the 11th inning. Cey can't come through with the hit, so we go to the 12th. 2, 3, Bob Watson. Watson with nobody on and 2 out. Comes up short. So we go to the bottom of the 12th. Next batter up, Steve Garvey. Garvey with the hit. Garvey with the triple. And unfortunately, no one on base. So we go to the 13th inning. We're obviously out here, so we'll just keep track of what we're doing. 13th inning, and it's going to be Roger Metzger to the plate. Metzger with a 0. And bottom of the 13th inning, Steve Yeager with 2 on, and he comes up empty. I gotta make sure I don't hit this reset here. So top of the 14th, this game keeps going. Enos Cabell. Cabell can't drive home the run from third, and so we go to the bottom of the 14th, and it's going to be Reggie Smith, number 3 hole hitter for the Dodgers. Man in scoring position with 2 outs, and Smith can't come through with the hit. So go to the top of the 15th. 2, 3, 4. Joe Ferguson to the plate. Ferguson can't come through. And bottom of the 15th. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rick Monday to the plate. He's got a runner at third with 1 out. And all he needed to do was get a hit, and he couldn't come through. Okay, we got a wild card here. We're going to play Jose Cruz, top of the 6th inning. Top of the 16th inning. 5-5. Jose Cruz for the Astros. He gets a knock. That's going to be a single, and it's going to score 1. So take a 6-5 lead here to the Astros. Go to the bottom of the 16th. Astros up 6-5, and that's going to be Bill Russell. Will he be a hero? There's a hit, And that's going to be a single, so that's enough to tie the ball game. So we're tied at 6-6. Clutch hit from Bill Russell as we go to the top of the 17th inning. And Joe Ferguson to the plate. Ferguson can't come through, so we go to the bottom of the 17th. Reggie Smith, he stands in, he gets the hit and a double, but he's not brought in any runs. And so we go to the top of the 18th, still tied 6-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enos Cabell with the bases loaded and 1 out. And he comes up empty once again in this game. Bottom of the 18th. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steve Yeager. 2 on and 2 out. And Yeager comes up empty. So the bottom of the order not producing for either team at this point. Here is Jose Cruz in the top of the 19th inning. And that's going to be an out. So bottom of the 19th. Who should we play? Ronce. A 9 or a 10 is a hit and a game winner. It's a 9. That's going to be a hit, and he ends it with a grand slam. 10-6 is your final in 19 innings. So they played 2. But the Dodgers come up over the Astros, so a great game. Astros take their 11th loss, and the Dodgers get their 11th win. And so will the Dodgers overtake? Still, by win percentage, the Dodgers have not overtaken Montreal. We got Philly at Montreal here. That's the next game up. Philly at Montreal. It'll be Steve Carlton against Wayne Twitchell. So we say Phillies Expos in this NL East showdown. And let's see here. Carlton. We don't have Twitchell over here. So let's go ahead and check him out and see what's going on with Wayne Twitchell. I think he must have started the year with them. 525 FIP. That means he is a C. So we're just gonna. It's this one over here. So Twitchell's gonna be a C. Carlton, of course, an A. And we have our lineups here. Greg Luzinski with the star +1. So anytime there's a hit, then that's going to be a +1 to his hit type over here. So we got Phillies at Expos. Top of the first inning. Here is Mike Schmidt. Schmidt with nobody on and 2 out. And he gets a double, but with nobody on base, doesn't score any runs. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Larry Parrish to the plate. Parrish with a hit. Bases loaded. 1 out. And that's going to be a 3-run triple for Larry Parrish. And the Expos take a 3-0 lead over the Phillies. Here's Bob Boone. Bob Boone with the runner in scoring position. Can't bring him in. And so we go to the bottom of the second inning. Still 3-0 Expos. And we got 4 or 5. It's going to be Dave Cash to the plate. Leadoff man for the Expos. 2 on and 2 out. And Cash is not able to get him home. Here is Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison makes the out. And the Expos still without any runs. I've got a wild card here, so we're going to assign it to Ellis Valentine. Valentine takes the at-bat with 2 on and 2 out. And he can't come through, and so we go to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Mike Schmidt again. Schmidt with 2 on and 1 out. And he hits into a double play probably. How about that? Ends the inning. Here is Tony Perez. Tony Perez for the Expos is going to come up short. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bob Boone, 2 on and 1 out. And here's a hit from Boone, and that's going to be a 2-run triple. And that'll get the Expos back, or the Phillies back in the game. Lead is now 3-2 Montreal. And it'll be young catcher Gary Carter coming to the plate. Carter makes the out. And so we go to the top of the 6th. Larry Boa. Boa can't come through there, and so we go to the bottom of the sixth. It's going to be the pitcher spot. Nobody on and one out, and no surprises there. Pitcher makes the out, and the Expos are out of the inning. Still 3-2. Montreal over Philadelphia going to the top of the seventh inning. This is going to be a Richie Hebner sighting, and Hebner can't do anything. So we go to Andre Dawson, the Hawk. Nobody on, or one on and nobody out, and he can't drive in the run. It's a good opportunity here for the Phillies. Bases loaded, and Larry Boa back to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Does he have a big hit? And he doesn't. And it's still 3-2 Expos as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Runner at third with 1 out, and that's going to be Larry Parrish to the plate. Oh, nothing there. So that's what we got there. It's going to be the Expos. 3-2 going into the top of the 9th inning. This will be the last opportunity here for the Phillies, unless they can get something going. Here is Gary Maddox to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out. So bases are full of Phillies. And Gary Maddox can't come through, and so that's going to be the end of the ball game as the Expos hold on and beat the Phillies 3-2. The Expos get their 10th win, and the Phillies drop another loss here. I believe we're going to turn it back around, right? Philly at Montreal, so we have a game 2 here. You can see here played at the Stade Olympic Stadium in Montreal. It'll be Larry Christensen against Ross Grimsley. So let's just reset our games here. So Christensen against Grimsley, they're both A pitchers, so maybe it's hard to get a better pitch game than we had in the previous, but we'll see what happens. So the Phillies, game 2 of their doubleheader, and it's going to be 2 on and nobody out, and we're going to give the at-bat to Greg Lazinski. Lazinski makes the out and can't drive in any runs, and so we go to the bottom of the 1st inning. Expos up. It's going to be Ellis Valentine. Valentine is a star player, but doesn't matter there as he makes the out. And it's going to be Gary Maddox to the plate. Maddox having an opportunity in game 1 to come through, and just like then, he can't get the hit here. Here is Warren Cromartie. Warren Cromartie, 2 on and nobody out, or 2 out and nobody on. He makes the out, so we go to the top of the 3rd inning. It's going to be Mike Schmidt to the plate with the bases juiced, and 2 outs, and Schmidt pops it up. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd, still no score in the ball game. Expos. Gary Carter stands in, and he makes the out. And here is top of the 4th inning. Bob Boone to the plate with the runner in scoring position. There's a knock, and that's going to be a 2-run home run drilled by Bob Boone, and that gives the Phillies a 2-0 lead over the Expos. And here is Andre Dawson. Dawson with the bases loaded and nobody out. He gets a hit. There's a base knock, and that's going to drive in 1. But that's all that they get, so a bit of a squandered opportunity there for the Expos. Phillies in the top of the 5th. Their runner is second base and nobody out, and that's going to be to the pitcher. Pitcher makes the out, and so we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tony Perez. Yeah, it's going to be nobody on and 1 out, and he can't hit the home run, which is all that you got at that point to drive somebody in. It's going to be Mike Schmidt again. Schmidt this time with 2 on and nobody out, and he again cannot come through, so a tough time for Schmidt in this series. Runner at second base, going to be Warren Cromartie at the plate, and Cromartie can't come through. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, or top of the 7th inning. Be Jim Morrison at the plate. Morrison with the hit, and that's going to be a 3-run jack for Jim Morrison. A wall scraper of a shot, and that gives the Phillies a 5-1 lead. So we go to the pitcher spot. There is a runner in scoring position here for the Expos. There's a knock, and that's going to be a run scoring single, so that cuts the lead to 5-2. Phillies over Expos, and we go to the top of the 8th inning. It'd be Larry Boa with a runner at third and 1 out. Boa comes up empty yet again, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to give this at bat to Ellis Valentine with a runner in scoring position. Valentine comes up short, and last opportunity here for each team. It'll be Bob Boone again with the bases loaded, and that's going to be a knock, and that's going to be an RBI single, and that stretches the lead to 6-2. Phillies over the Expos. The Expos are going to have to do some work here in the bottom of the 9th. They get 2 on and 1 out, and that's not going to be enough, even with a home run, which we don't get. He makes the out, Gary Carter does, and the Phillies take out the Expos in this one, and they take 1 game apiece in the doubleheader. So Phillies get their 5th win, and the Expos drop their 3rd loss, but still retain by a few percentage points, still retain the lead in the National League. Next game up is going to be St. Louis at Pittsburgh. St. Louis at Pittsburgh. So we're playing all of April 22nd, 1978, and it doesn't take too long to work your way through these. So St. Louis at Pittsburgh. So going for the Cardinals is going to be John Denny and Bert Blyleven for the Pirates. So we got both of our number ones going for each team. Should be a well-pitched game. And the Cardinals come up first, and right off the bat they get a wild card. Ted Simmons, nobody on and nobody out, and he gets a hit, and that's going to be a base hit, which is not enough to do any damage though. So the Cardinals go down in the first, and we go to the bottom of the first. Pirates send Dave Parker to the plate, and he's got 2 on with nobody out. So Tavares and Moreno have gotten on base, and the Cobra, Dave Parker, up. Can't come through with the hit though. And so we go to the top of the 2nd inning, and it's going to be the pitcher spot with 2 on. So the pitcher comes up a little short, John Denny, and we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We're going to keep it here with Dave Parker. Parker is a star +1, and so that's going to be a 0 again. So Parker 0 for 2. 2 opportunities with runners in scoring position and still can't come through. We come to Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons, a star player, and he also can't knock in that run from third. And so we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner at second base, and it's going to be Ed Ott at the plate. Ed Ott makes the out, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. Cardinals up, and it's going to be Steve Swisher for the Cardinals, and he can't come through. Still no score in the game as the Pirates come out to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be Phil Garner to the plate, and Garner almost but not quite as the Pirates go down in the 4th. Top of the 5th inning, it's going to be Keith Hernandez, sweet swinging lefty, and he makes the out, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Be the pitcher spot due for the Pirates, and almost a hit but not quite. And so let's go to the top of the 6th inning. Still no score in the ball game. Ken Wrights to the plate. Wrights can't make the hit, can't get the big run, the big pop, the big fly. And so we go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's going to be Willie Stargell. Stargell to the plate for the Pirates. And Stargell comes up empty as well. Well pitched ball game, no score going into the top of the 7th inning. Mike Tyson, nobody on and 1 out, and Tyson makes the out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Ed Ott gets another chance. Here's a hit, and that's going to be a triple, and as wonderful as that is, it doesn't score any runs, and runs are the name of the game in quick play baseball. So we go to the top of the inning, still no score. This is a battle of pitchers. A pitchers, John Denny and Bert Blyleven, top shelf, top level pitchers for each team. And we got, let's just roll this again. It's going to be 2. That'll be Gary Templeton, the speedster, and it's going to be almost a hit, but not quite. So he can't drive in that run from second base, and the opportunities are just falling away for each team at this point. And speaking of opportunities, here's bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that's going to go to the pitcher. So let's see what the pitcher spot has to do. A whole lot of nothing as they squander a bases loaded, nobody out opportunity. So we go to the 9th inning, still tied 2-2. And the Cardinals load the bases with 2 outs. Be Steve Swisher to the plate. Swisher can't come up with a hit. And so we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Do the Pirates have some magic in their bats? 1 on and 2 out. Runner in scoring position. That's going to be for Willie Stargell. Stargell just misses. If that had been Parker, it would have been a hit. But Stargell comes up short, and so we're going to extra innings in this ball game. Be the pitcher spot up, and that's going to be a 0 for the Cardinals, and still tied 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. This is going to be Bill Robinson. Robinson can't make the hit, and so we go to the top of the 11th. George Hendrick getting his first at bat of the game with the bases loaded and 1 out, and Hendrick comes up short. And so we go to the bottom of the 11th. 2 on, 2 out, and this is going to be for Omar Moreno. Moreno can't come through with a big hit. And so we go to the top of the 12th inning. Ken Wrights to the plate, and he comes up short. And now we got just the situation that you want for the Pirates. Got 2 on, 1 out, and Dave Parker at the plate. Parker is a star +1, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be a triple. Actually a home run, because he's a +1, so that's going to be a 3-run home run. And that is going to be a game winner for the Pirates as Dave Parker walks them off in the 12th inning. So Pirates over the Cardinals. Pirates are in 3rd place. Cardinals significantly back. But the Pirates are trying to hang on, keep pace with the Dodgers and the Expos. So who's up next for the day? Got a couple more games. Got Atlanta, San Diego, and Cincinnati at the Giants. So let's run through Atlanta at San Diego. This is going to be Tommy Boggs against Bob Ochinko. So Braves at the Padres. Padres were loaded that year. They had 3 star players and really good pitching staff here. So Ochinko and who do we say? Tommy Boggs, which we don't have him here. He started, only pitched, started in 12 games that season. He is a C pitcher. Don't know if he was shipped out hurt or sent down, but he's going to be a C pitcher, so let's just set that for a C for the Braves. And the Braves are going to be visiting the Padres here, April 22nd, 1978. A nice vintage year. And this is going to be Jeff Burrows. So the Braves have 1 star player, and he gets up in the 1st inning with 2 on and 1 out and can't make anything of it. And so the Braves go down in the 1st. Bottom of the 1st inning, Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz, with the runner in scoring position. Smith hits a triple. That's going to score 1. And the Padres jump out quickly 1-0. Top of the 2nd inning, here is Glenn Hubbard. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Hubbard comes up empty as well. Oscar Gamble in the bottom of the 2nd inning with a runner in scoring position. And he makes the out, and so we go to the 3rd. Padres up 1-0, and it's going to be Roland Office with the man in scoring position. That's going to be 0, and so we go to the bottom of the 3rd. This will be the pitcher spot up with an opportunity to knock one in, and he just can't do it. And so the Padres put up a 0 for the 2nd time in the game in the 3rd. Go to the top of the 4th inning. It's going to be Bob Horner to the plate. Bob Horner can't knock in that run, and so we go, and it's going to be Dave Winfield. He gets his first crack at it today with 2 on and 1 out, and Winfield with the hit, and that's going to be a 3-run jack for Dave Winfield. as he takes what's his name? Tommy Boggs takes Tommy Boggs deep to left field and knocks in 3 runs. That gives the Padres a 4-0 lead over the Braves. Beat Dale Murphy to the plate. Murphy with the hit and a triple, which is lovely, but not enough to score any runs. Nobody on base. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ben Allman. Allman with the hit, and that's going to be a bases clearing triple as the Padres are piling it on. 7-0 now as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Jerry Royster for the Braves. Royster comes up short, and here's the pitcher spot, and this is going to be a 0. And so we go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Jeff Burrows to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs, and he makes the out. And then we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. So 4, 5, 6. Going to be Gene Tennis to the plate. Tennis with a really good year that year for the Padres, but he comes up short here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He hits it high and hard to the right center field gap, but is run down in center field for the out. And so we go to the top of the 8th. Bases loaded for the Braves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jerry Royster. So top of the order, he gets a hit with 2 outs, and that's going to be a grand salami. So 4 runs gets the Braves back in the game, and that's going to be a 7-4 ball game now for the Braves, as they'll get one more shot at it here. The at-bat goes to Fernando Gonzalez, who is his first at-bat of the game. He gets a hit and a triple for Gonzalez, but with nobody on base. There's no runs scored, and so we go to the bottom or the top of the 9th inning. Last opportunity for the Braves. They get the bases loaded again, so here's an opportunity, and that's going to be Bob Horner, which I want to say he was the Rookie of the Year. I think I saw that. So Bob Horner to the plate, bases loaded, nobody out, top of the 9th inning, and what's going to happen? There's a hit, and a double is going to bring home 2, but 2 is going to come up 1 short. So they get 2 in the bases loaded situation, but they can't score another run to tie it, and so the Braves are going to go down to the Padres 7-6, although they put up 6 runs there in the last 2 innings, so put up a fight, but the Braves come up short yet again. There's one of the Padres here. All right, so let's resort ourselves. Padres move up a little bit, and Braves are still sort of stuck in no man's land there. And I believe we have one more game on the docket. That's going to be Cincinnati at San Francisco. This one was the final in 10 innings. Reds over the Giants. Should be a good game with the Reds and the Giants playing. It's going to be Capilla with Vita Blue against Vita Blue. So let's get this NL West matchup going. So that's going to be the Reds at the Giants. So who do we have here? Vita Blue, and we don't have the Cincinnati Reds pitcher. You can see only went an inning and 2/3. Let's check him out here. 5.13 FIP. Probably didn't stay around too long. He's going to be a C in this game. And so the Reds are behind the 8 ball a little bit. Not only with the lineup, but now they have a C starting pitcher. So we go to the top of the 1st inning. Reds, Candlestick Park against the Giants. It's going to be bases loaded, and it's 4, 5, 6. Johnny Bench to the plate. Bench comes up short with 2 outs and bases loaded. And we go to the bottom of the 1st inning. Darrell Evans with nobody on, and he hits a single, but with nobody on, no runs are going to score. And so we go top of the 2nd inning, tied at 0. Here is 3-4. Pete Rose to the plate with a man in scoring position, and he comes up dry. And so we go to the bottom of the 2nd. Mark Hill with the bases loaded and 1 out. Hill is not a star player, so that's going to be an out for him. And we go to the top of the 3rd. Some good opportunities for scoring chances, but each team coming up short. We're going to go with George Foster with our wild card. He's a star +1 and comes up just short on the hit. And here's the pitcher spot with nobody on and 1 out. and that'll be a big 0 for the pitcher. And we go to the top of the 4th inning. Pitcher spot up for the Reds. This is going to be, what was his name? Capilla? Capilla. We'll go with Capilla. Top of the 4th inning. And the pitcher spot up. He gets a knock, 2-out knock. That's going to be a single, and that's going to score the first run of the game. So big hit from Capilla. He might not be a great pitcher, but he helped himself out there. And that's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Reds over the Giants. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Giants get the bases loaded with 1 out. It's going to be Mike Ivy to the plate. Ivy comes up short. And so we go to the top of the 5th. 2, 3, 4, 5. Dan Dreesen. Dreesen can't drive in that run from second base. And so we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 on, nobody out. That's going to be for Johnny LeMaster. LeMaster gets mastered, and so can't drive in these runs with nobody out. So a really good opportunity there for the Giants. Wasted away. Top of the 6th inning. Got our wild card. We're going to go back to George Foster. Foster with 2 on and 1 out, and there's a hit from Foster. And because he's a +1, that's going to be an ace, and that's going to be a 3-run jack for George Foster as he takes Vida Blue deep in the 6th inning. And that extends the lead to 4-0. Reds over the Giants. Giants get their own star here, and they're going to go back to Bill Madlock at the top of the order. That's going to be a hit for him. You can see bases are loaded. That's going to be a hit, and that's going to be a single. So they get at least 1 out of it and cut the lead to 4-1. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Dave Concepcion. He's at the plate with the runner at 3rd and only 1 out. There's a hit, and that's a single, and that's going to be an RBI single for Concepcion as they reestablish their 4-run lead. Go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Giants had the bases loaded, and Larry Herndon. Herndon is a star player, so a 9 or a 10 here is going to be a hit. Doesn't even have to worry about it. It's a 10, and a 10 plus an ace is going to be 4 runs. And that's going to tie the ball game at 5 apiece. So the home run helping the Giants here. As we go to the top of the 8th inning, got a good one going. 5-5, Giants and Reds. And this will be Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo with the hit. And it's a single, but with no one on base, it's not going to score anyone. Excuse me. And the Giants, in the bottom of the 8th inning, put a runner at 2nd. This can be Bill Madlock to the plate. Again, he's going to be a star player. Doesn't matter here, as he drives a double to the gap, bringing home that runner from 3rd, and that gives the Giants a lead as they've scored all 6 of their runs here in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings. So we go to the last opportunity now. This is starting to slip away from the Reds, and it's going to be Pete Rose to the plate. Chance to tie it up with an RBI single. He does get a hit, and that is more than a single. Pete Rose with a long fly ball, and that's going to put the Reds up 7-6. So some heroics from Pete Rose, and we'll see what he's got for the Giants. Can they hold off the Giants in the bottom of the 9th inning? 2-3. It's going to be Willie McCovey. McCovey, their only shot is to hit a home run, and he comes up just short. So what a wild game. 7-6, Reds over the Giants as Pete Rose with a 2-run home run in the top of the 9th inning to win the game for the Reds. So the Reds get their 9th win, and the Giants drop to 6-8 on the season. And that's going to end our day. No more games here on the schedule. We're going to set this to the 23rd. And let's set this to the 23rd just so I have a record of where to start the next time. So after almost the first month here, we got the Expos at 10-3, Dodgers 11-4, Pirates are 8-4, the Reds are 9-7, and then bringing up the bottom are the Astros, Cubs, and Mets. I guess Mets, Cubs, and Astros going top to bottom at the bottom. And a tough year for the Astros and the Cubs, but the Astros don't have much, and the Cubs really don't have much. Neither do the Mets, so it's not a great lineup. for those teams down at the bottom. And so that is the 78 National League replay that I've been running. So I've played most of these. Actually, I guess I played all these games offline and getting a chance to see it played online. Again, the game is Quick Play Online. You can find it at this URL here. I'll also put that down in the link, and you can. I'll also put a link to the video introducing the game and showing you how to play. Although after all these games, you probably will have discerned how to play. It's not very difficult, but it's a really fun quick play game, simulating a cards and dice game on the computer. I find that I can take this as a travel, just when I'm sitting around in the afternoon or in the evening or something like that. I can take 20 minutes. It takes a little longer to talk through the games than it does to just sort of to quick play your way through it. But even with all the announcing and the talking, it doesn't take very long to get through these games. So you could play a season replay with your favorite team from 78 in the National League, or even favorite pitcher, doing a pitcher replay. You could probably do that in a weekend with this, 20 or 30 games started. If you wanted to take a Tom Seaver or Vida Blue, or you wanted to do, oh gosh, anybody who was it? Gaylord Perry was the NL Cy Young winner that year. So just an opportunity to play a lot of games very quickly. Not a lot of stats or anything like that, just having a lot of fun letting the games unfold in front of you. All right, I think that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.